Ladies and gentlemen, if you allow me, I'd like to tell you a story. Not one of a hero in a cape, a world leader, or someone who chased headlines, but someone who changed people one by one, quietly and completely. You see, I'm talking about Thomas Lambert. He didn't build a life the way most people do. He didn't chase spotlights. He didn't measure success in awards or trophies. He built his life steadily and warmly, like a safe place people could come to. He became the kind of person you could laugh with, cry with, or just be by in silence and feel understood. He was raised in an urban neighborhood where every corner held a memory. From sidewalk games to late-night food runs, their community wasn't perfect, far from it. There were cracked sidewalks, tired buildings, and streetlights that flickered like they were tired. But to Thomas, that town was everything. It was where he learned to be resourceful, where he learned to listen, where he learned to walk, and where he had learned that you don't need much to be rich, just the people who love you back. I remember him telling the story of when he was 9 and his pet dog and his pug Chewy ran away on a windy afternoon. His parents posted about it everywhere, and I remember him saying a whole group of strangers who he had never met before came to help. A local dog group showed full force, some of them even wearing I Heart Pug t-shirts. When his parents finally came home with Chewy, he was shaking because they found him behind a dumpster. When they walked in, they were crying, relieved, and laughing because he had peed all over his shoes. Thomas told that story with a grin that you couldn't wipe away, because while he had been scared in that moment, he only remembered the parts that made him laugh. It was the way that he loved his family and his dogs, and the way that people showed up was the best part to him, to make sure his little dog came home. Later in life, Thomas became a park ranger, not the kind that chases bad guys or annoys you while you're fishing, but the kind that teaches people. He had a superpower. He could make any kid listen no matter what. He accepted the quiet ones, he congratulated the messy ones, and he believed in the ones who had stopped believing in themselves. But his legacy wasn't just rooted in the forest where he had worked, it stretched far beyond that. He was the coworker that showed up early and stayed late without ever saying a word, a volunteer who would sit through the most boring of meetings to make sure everyone was on the same page, and he would be the first neighbor to shovel everyone's sidewalk without even asking. He built a life full of laughter, family, and fun. He had dreams, sure, career goals, planned for a family, hopes for a good future, but that's not what he cared about. All he cared about was the people that he loved, and he loved it, he loved life, and that's how he'll be remembered.
That was really good.
Clap.
I really liked that.